what I say happens. So I said I'll play professional soccer. We can make the same interview in 5 years, in 1 year, in 2 years, with whatever you say.
So let's hear like just a little bit about you, like where you're from, what your childhood was like, how you came to be the person you are today.
So I'm from Sofia, which is the capital of Bulgaria.
Yeah.
I grew up there in a normal neighborhood. The normal thing for the people who I was growing up with, like my social circle, it was to be athletes because like the neighborhood where I grew, the stadium was literally 5 minutes away from my home. So all the kids there, we were always playing football, football, football. After playing football, we would play hide and seek. We would go and like ride a bike or always do some activity. And so being an athlete, being active has been with me since I was really young. And so around the age of 10, I started playing soccer. And at the beginning, it was like cool, interesting. Also, like I had my school going on, like I had the chance to travel a lot around Europe and see a lot. Like, for example, my mother would take me to beautiful places. We would go to Venice, Milano, uh, but everything that I wanted to capture and see was just stadiums around Europe. Like let's say she's interested to see the Coliseum. I'm interested to see the stadium of Milan in Milano. Like I'm interested to see San Siro. And since then, always football, soccer, soccer for America, soccer, soccer.
Okay.
And yeah, uh, after that, uh, I went to high school, and at high school, I met some of the people who are still with me. Like that's a really important part in my life because like I met people who maybe from eighth grade they will be with me hopefully forever. Like
That's
we made
amazing.
amazing connections. That's when I switched teams too, and that's when my career started going just popped off. Like my football career, like my personal career, everything just went off. Like it went really good out of nowhere when things weren't looking good. But that's something I'll probably talk about later.
Yeah.
But that was exactly a point where I will never forget how my mom told me, like she said, everything bad happens for something good. Like life is preparing you for something good to happen. It was exactly like that. So I changed teams. I go to my new team, and then I had the invitation to play for the national team of Bulgaria under 16. I had the chance to play and train with the first team of CSKA Sofia, which is the pretty much the best team in Bulgaria.
Okay.
And at age 16, I played professional soccer in Europe, in Bulgaria. And then at 17, I made my official professional debut in the first league in Bulgaria in front of 12,000 people, which was at one point it sounded like impossible. And then you're seeing those things and you're like, okay, I want more. Let's see where I can get.
Yeah.
And so after that, I found a chance to get a full scholarship, or at least try to get a scholarship for America, study in America, play soccer overseas, and so
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
no issues. And so everyone around me was like, no, 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 like full scholarship in America, going to America, like that's impossible. That's so far. And like at this time also I had to not only be a good athlete, I had to be really good at school, and I had to push really in school, get really good grades, improve my English, because at this time, like especially my friends remember that my English wasn't something good. I had to improve on that. I had to improve on soccer. I had to make my own highlight video. I had to learn myself how to do video editing, and then send emails, try to use agencies, people, anything I can to go. The process was long. At the end of the day, everything went well. I think it was like an 8-month process where there were even coaches from America coming to Bulgaria to watch my games.
Wow.
Um, at the end of the day, I got a full ride scholarship offered at Fort Lewis College. Um, yeah, great
Where is that
experience.
located?
Sorry,
Where is that college located?
Durango, Colorado.
Okay, okay.
Yes, D2 College, really good program. Like they have been national championship, NCAA champions 3 years, like 2005, 2006, 2011. They have the 3 stars. Great, great place to improve. So I wanted to go there, showcase myself in America as an athlete because I know how much American people appreciate European soccer players. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm going there with my experience. I'm going to showcase. First season goes like I see America. Everything is going good. Like my life is again like really going really good. Like I'm in a relationship, a really good, strong relationship. I'm in America. I'm experiencing something good. All the people around me are healthy. I'm having a great season, amazing season. Last game of the season, I get kicked in my knee from the side and I tore my ACL.
Oof, oof. I played
Yeah,
soccer for 11 years and then I played tennis for 5 years. That's one injury that will never not make me cringe. Just the sound of it, the thought of it is horrible.
exactly, exactly. The sound, everything was just painful about it because I'm doing well. I can see myself like going higher earlier than I expected. Everything is going my way, and at one point I have to start so down again. Like you have to rebuild everything. I have to go through surgery. I have to be learning again how to walk.
Yep.
Like I remember seeing my images of my foot just you can't even recognize the foot. You can't see the muscles there. It's just skin. So that happens. At the same time, I have to go through a breakup. So I'm in America on my own. First breakup, torn ACL, not able to be playing. At the same time, grades are degrading, are going down. And so at this point, I'm pretty sure that's depression. What I had there was pretty much depression for sure. And again, it comes down again to the same circle I was talking a little bit before that, the people from high school, which, yeah, we've been close friends, we've been friends, but that was the moment where I was like, okay, they're really my friends because they were there next to me.
You
The
needed that.
difference, the difference between Bulgaria and the place where I was living was 9 hours. So us talking on the phone while both sides have their things going on during the day was a little bit tough. So those people, there were days because I didn't want to be on my own because I needed to speak with someone. Excuse me. And at the same time, I didn't have a roommate. So those people, there were times I remember they were staying until 4 a.m., 3 a.m. just talking on the phone with me.
Yeah. Yeah, giving you some
Yes,
company.
just being next to me. Yes. Then coronavirus happens, and exactly when the coronavirus happened was the time where I was starting to get ready to run again. So I go back to Bulgaria because it wasn't safe for me to stay in America. I wanted to go to Bulgaria, stay with the family, be together. So that's happening 2020 in March. I go back to Bulgaria and I find my uh, new strength and conditioning coach, which she's a legend in the game. Like she's maybe one of the best track and field coaches in Bulgaria. I explained to her what are my goals, what I'm looking for, and she said, "You're exactly what I'm looking for. We're going to bring back your form. You're going to be where you want to be." So we start training full transformation of my life again. Again, everything is going up. Like I'm getting in a better shape than before, and so I go back to America. I'm feeling really good. Like we didn't have games again because of COVID, but I had enough time to prepare. And after that, uh, next year, junior year, uh, we had many games. We had a lot of games. I prepared good. I was feeling strong, calm. And so after that, I had a like a call. I found like an agent and a person who can help me to go to Germany because I wanted to really play soccer in Europe. So from there, I was like, okay, let's see what can happen there. And so I got the invite for Germany, and so here I am, the person who I'm right now. I'm playing in Germany and waiting to see my chance, and yeah, potentially achieve my goal of becoming a professional soccer player.
That's an amazing story. I mean, very, very few people like dream. I mean, a lot of people, at least, especially where I grew up in Chicago. Um, at least every that I knew grew up and aspired to be some sort of athlete, some professional athlete, whether it was football, like our American football. A lot of people wanted to be professional football players. Some people wanted to be professional soccer players. Um, a lot of my personal friends wanted to be professional soccer players. And then also baseball, all the good stuff. I mean, it's what a lot of kids aspire to be. Um, and it seems like it doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just kind of a dream. And unless you're willing to push yourself to the limit that most people can't, uh, you're gonna fail. You're gonna either fail or just find another type of dream or aspiration to follow. I have a couple of friends, not friends that I know personally, some people that graduated the same high school that I did, and they're one is on the Chicago Bears. Uh, I think he's doing well. I don't know. I don't really watch it, but I also, you know what I mean. Like it's just little things like that, but you really just don't hear about it happening. Somebody just dreaming it, and especially to be talking to them. I mean, like starstruck right now. I mean, you're doing it, man. You're living the dream. Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
so when you were in that kind of dark episode where you things were just going wrong kind of left and right, life was really trying to test you in a way, see what you're really made of. Um, Along with your friends and talking to somebody and having a stable support system, even though they are hundreds of thousands of miles away, what else helped you during that time to kind of keep a positive outlook and honestly not give up on your dreams like most people do?
Yes. So basically, what helped me is just like my mindset and like realizing the things that once you realize that what you're going through will potentially prepare you for life for the future. Because the earlier it happens, the better for you. Because like if that happened, let's say right now for the first time, I have to go right now and deal with it, whereas if something like that happens right now, I'm already prepared. Like first of all, I was let's say saying what a great moment for me to overcome it and come on top. Like I was already in my head, I was seeing it like on my like the story after that, like talking with people like you, and they're saying, yeah, you're doing it, man. Yeah, yeah, you come on top on that. And I'm like, and that was what I was seeing in my head. And like at the same time, you always have to realize that personal things that happen, there is always something worse happening somewhere else. Right now, people like easiest example right now, Ukraine.
Yeah,
People are just leaving their home. They don't have like battery on their phone. They're going to countries where they don't know the language, they don't have money. And at the same time, you can't even compare this when they don't have connection with their family members. Like, for example, a woman's man. They don't know if he's alive, what's happening with him.
yeah,
They're going to a country when they know, and then you can't compare my torn ACL and breakup with that.
yeah.
That's
No,
also
you
another thing, that there's always someone who's doing worse than you. That's helping me. but also just trusting yourself that everything is going to happen. Because if I don't trust myself, if I don't believe myself, who can help me? Like I was seeing on my head how in my head how everything is going to happen. Like that's what keeps me moving. Like even when things are not going my way, just like being mentally tough. What does it take to break you? Like
Yeah.
just going through adversity. All of that is so actually so good for you. Like it helps. It helps. You just have to look at bad things in a positive way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and not panic, and just like be able to move on and continue going, doing your thing.
Yeah. Problems are always possibilities.
Yeah,
So
yeah, and like
and
the
positive. Yeah.
yeah, being positive, just like trust the process. That's just a part of the process. It's not gonna be easy, and so that's what helps.
Awesome. Awesome. Let me pull up something really quickly. My apologies for not already having this ready. Um, Here we go. So, so before you moved to America and decided to go into this school, was there any type of um, just like hurdle that you had to face to push yourself to have like the type of um, ambition that you have? Sometimes I at least find it hard to just like, you have a dream, but to really find the motivation and really like do whatever it takes. You know what I mean? Whether that means embarrassing yourself or putting yourself in a position you've never been in, or learning a new language. What was your main, I guess, motivation for achieving what you have?
Um, my main motivation was people around me because I didn't want to let anyone down. Um, I'm really right as of now. I'm intrinsically, I think that was the word, motivated. Before I was more extrinsically motivated. So what I mean by that is before words by people would really influence me. For example, let's say I'll have a coach. He would be like, okay, you want that cookie? What do you want more, to achieve your goals or eat that cookie and not reach the weight goals that you need? You need to be lighter for soccer, blah blah blah, telling me like that. And so I'm like, okay, he's right. I have to. He's motivating me like not to eat healthier. And then after that, seeing the results makes me have intrinsic motivation and keeps me going. Just like the people around me motivate me, actually. Just like the advices, seeing the results, and that's what motivates me to do everything. And seeing that things are possible, good stories and bad stories both motivated me. Seeing that people have achieved it, seeing that people have done it makes it possible. So it's possible to do it.
Mhm.
Seeing that people have not achieved it and haven't done it, I don't want to be like them. So
Yeah,
that's what motivates me.
takes
Motivate me learning the new language again, like seeing all my peers doing good with the language. I want to be like them. I want to learn the language. Seeing like my soccer teammates, they're going somewhere. Yeah, some of them, because like the percentage of people who go professional is 0.1. Some of them go pro, majority of them don't go, and I don't want to be part of the majority ones who are not going. I want to be the top one.
yeah, yeah,
Um, that's how motivation happens for me. Obviously books help, um reading, finding what can influence you. That's the best motivation, because like anyone can be motivated, even the laziest person in the world. Just you have to find the right words, you have to find the right method to go for this person. Like I studied psychology in America. That's one of the main things that they were talking to. Like you can make a communication with anyone. You just need to understand the person and like know how to go and talk with that person.
yeah. What they really want. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So tell us a little bit about, like, we've heard your big hurdles and your adversity that you faced in life. Tell us a little bit about maybe the things that you consider mistakes. Things that if you not that you ever do want to go back because you are learning from it, but that you won't make again, things that you won't make that mistake again.
Um, so back to the ACL. In my opinion, the ACL happened because my body was tired. I wasn't doing enough recovery. I wasn't taking recovery seriously. So that's a mistake that I made back then. I was overtraining.
Yeah.
Before training, I was working hard, not smart. Now, after that mistake, after I got such a bad injury, which pulls me back at least with the 9 months of recovery, that's a mistake that I made overtraining, which I'm trying not to make right now, and uh, like pushing more on recovery, not just training, not just training. Recovery is also important. It's like that's why all professional athletes say that recovery is what makes them great.
Yeah.
Um, in life mistakes, maybe communication with people. If I knew how much networking would be important, how much knowing this person, that person, how much they can help me in life, I would have probably kept more contacts in my life. I would have probably been communicating with with different people in a different type of manner. Like literally, the cleaner at the high school might open you a door for the bank. Like he or she might know a person who can help you, and
Mhm.
treating them nice helps you. I don't want to say just be nice because you can benefit from that. It's
No.
good to be a Yeah, it's good to be a good person in general, but a mistake I made is that I could have had a huge list of contacts, and right now I have a smaller list of contacts. Just like missing the communicating with people in a better way. But it's a mistake which I can't go back to, and I'm learning, and I think I have learned well now.
Yeah, because I mean, if you didn't learn, then the next 5 years, your list would still be the same, if not shorter.
Yes.
So now, 5 years, you're going to benefit. It's going to change. The mistake, or the mistake. We say that so lightly. It's not a mistake. It's just a learning experience. Otherwise, you wouldn't consider it a mistake. Um, but so how do you necessarily plan on, you said, like, just kind of talking to people more. Are you physically, like, working on networking more? Are you trying to put yourself out there more? In what type of ways?
I'm doing both. So physically, I'm like always like more talkable. Like I've opened myself talking more with people because I was more shy before. I wasn't able to open up that much a conversation before. Right now, like currently, I'm in Germany. It's a little bit tough with the languages because I'm still learning the language. Not many people here speak English, but yeah, once I'm able to communicate with someone calmly, like things go well. I'm using social media mostly. Social media, I think it's huge. I think all people should benefit from that, especially athletes, because we have things that we know. You learn something from any coach that you see. You always have to take something from that coach, and you have to share it to the world. And and like people are interested in that. Like I can see, like for example, I started recently posting more of the stuff that I'm doing behind the scenes, like people don't see, and I see that people are actually interested in that. They actually uh, follow me on social media. They send me messages. Like I'm still like I haven't made anything like I haven't set any prizes or anything, but I'm just sharing basically my life, and like people are interested in there asking me. And I'm making good connections with that, and I think everyone is benefiting because like people are using my advice in training, and then I'm also like making a good network with them. I'm networking helped me get soccer camps in America. Networking helped me go to Chicago. Like with networking, my uh, went to Illinois, where you said I think you said you
Yeah.
grew up there, right? Yeah. So Chicago basically is my favorite place. Like I love it. Like because of the huge Bulgarian community there that I met, the huge support that I met there. That was just great. Like from one person to another, people helped me. Um, I'll give a great example from last year.
Yeah.
There was one guy who someone told him that I was a nice person. Israeli guy who was at our college. I think with him we had only one conversation, like a good conversation, and then he was like, because I was looking for a team to play in the summer, and he was like, and he tells me, because I shared to him that I'm trying to find a summer league team. He was like, "Oh, I know a team. I will send your highlights and stuff." He sends them, and that was the team where I played over the summer, just because he decided to help me. If I didn't know this person, I'll probably never have been in this team. That's how people can change your life. Like that's how people can change your path, and they can help you.
And if you weren't a
So
nice person, you would have never been recommended. You would have never been talked about in such a manner that he'd be willing to do you a favor, you know?
yes, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Just networking. People have to do networking in order to find a better way to achieve their dreams. And
Yeah.
like I don't want to say shorter way, but um another way maybe that can help.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, so let's kind of take a step back or take a step forward. And where do you plan on being in the next 5 years or 5 to 10 years? What's the next step in your journey, or like the biggest challenge you believe you'll have to face in the future?
So in the next 5 years, I'm planning to play professional soccer. Um, Potentially as soon as possible, sign a professional deal and start playing soccer at the highest level possible. Um, it would be tough. My guess is that with money wise, because like I believe that before everyone sees like the great soccer stars like Ronaldo, Messi, Mbappe, all those people making huge amounts of money. The harsh truth is that at the beginning, even like at some professional leagues in soccer, you don't make that much money to give you a chance to live. So probably I'll have to be dealing with personal life, my personal things that I have a go to. I have football training, and I'll probably have to have a work place where to work. Like for example, right now I'm playing. I'm doing my social media stuff, and at the same time, I'll be working at McDonald's. And there is no shame for me that I'm going to be working at McDonald's. It's just a thing that I want to be making money. And there are many people who would say, "Oh, no, 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 McDonald's, no,
They're
that's bad."
paying great money. They're paying so good. It's
Yeah,
like
exactly.
$16 an hour where I live, which is insane.
it it's just a job. Like the shame is not on the job. The shame is on the person who's not working.
Hmm.
So I just want to be able to, because yes, money helps for happiness, but I also need to invest in soccer. In order for me to become the person I need to invest, because anything that you want to um, be good at, you need to invest in that. Because, for example, I'm facing right here in Germany individual training sessions, which would cost, let's say, 150 euros, and that's without traveling and everything. With the traveling, it goes up to 200 euros. And so I need to make sure that I'm working. I also need money for like for housing, food, this and that. So just like trying to deal with the time management, that would be the biggest challenge for me. But if there is one thing that colleges in America teach you the best, that's time management. Time management. I
Yeah.
think managing all of your stuff while having homework, while having training, to fit that in 24 hours, that's what college teaches you.
Yeah, yeah. You say like American college. Do you know if it's like, is it different in other countries? Do they have like, is it less kind of up to the student? Like here, it's like if you don't want to show up to a class, like don't show up to a class, like have fun failing. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. You're very much responsible for your actions. Is it different in other countries?
So before going to America, I had like a one semester in Bulgarian university. I want to say that um, it's less stressful than in America, and I think that's good and bad. Again, the stress that you experience in college prepares you for life, for the
Hmm.
future. Um, but at the same time, it's good like not to have a really stressful life.
And
But
focus on studies. Yeah.
it's not so much on time management because like in America you're more, at least at my college it was like you can schedule your classes the way you want, whereas in Bulgaria where I was they schedule the classes for you, so it's a little bit tougher than going to your boss and saying, "Hey, yeah, I want to work here," or you, and like their practice and college are separate, they're not linked up together. So
Okay.
when you have different communities where you need to be at 100%, they sometimes might like
Overlap.
not go well together. Yeah, so it's different. That's why people say, everyone is saying that the American system is the best one, and yeah, I enjoyed my time there for sure.
Yeah, see, the American system is good. It's good. Especially, I'd say, in the sense of, yeah, teaching you how to be responsible. Um, but the American system right now, it's kind of doing a huge overhaul. It's changing a lot. And I'm not sure quite the extent of it. I've been graduated for 2 years. I have out school for 2 years. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, so a lot of people complain about it out here. I went to a really, really small school, so I had nothing to complain about at all. But yeah, a lot of people just, I think it's mostly the cost of it out here. And I think that's why they kind of give us a little bit more freedom. It's like we're we're paying them hundreds of thousands of dollars. So it's like, yeah, I bet to work and go to school at the same time because otherwise I can't, I can't live. Um, but it's nice to hear that at least there's some good parts in the eyes of others for the American school system.
Yeah, it's like I want to say it's like a dream for anyone here from maybe from Europe. Like, okay, not everyone. I can't put everyone in the same like, but people always admired me for like being able to do that. Because like I wasn't the best student like at my generation at school, like, but I probably went to one of the best schools out of everyone because
Hmm.
of the rating that has. Like American colleges have a great rating,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so yeah, so that helped.
Well, that's amazing. I'm excited to see what your future holds. Hope to see you on some TV screens here in America. That'd be nice. I
Yeah,
can say
yeah.
that I interviewed that guy. I know him. All of my
We'll
friends
see.
are like, "Can he follow me? Can I follow him?" Um,
Oh,
So, speaking of where to find you, you say that you're really into networking. So, let's if you want to share your username on whatever platforms you're really prominent on.
I want to say maybe Instagram is like Milensky.4.
For okay, I'm gonna put it on the screen. You let me know if that's how you spell it.
Yes,
Okay, okay. Let me go ahead and add that. So, and that is for Instagram, right?
Instagram. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, go ahead and follow him on Instagram. Add him on Facebook because you guys are already seeing it on Facebook. Um, is there any type of tips you'd like to give to the audience watching this? I I don't want to say this because I don't want to, I'm not sure the word, downplay anybody's goals in life, but I'm not sure if everybody is aspiring to have the same goals as you. But do you have any tips for people that, are just kind of going through a rough patch in their life, like
Yes.
similar to how you did, and just really just some words of inspiration for them?
Yes. Just believe in yourself. Everything will slowly go away. there is always someone who, if that would help, there's always someone who's doing worse than you, and you're not in the worst case. Just calm. That's what destiny has prepared for you right now at this moment. There is a huge chance that in a couple of months you won't even remember about this time, or you would remember and you would appreciate it. So like, learn from people who have already achieved it, see what worked for them, and try it. All those people who we see on TV, who are the millionaires, billionaires, they have their they have their books. They share many of their stories in their books. They have their inspiration, so you have to always find your inspiration from somewhere. My inspiration might be from watching a soccer game. For other people's inspiration can be just having a walk in the mountain, just going for a walk. um, just enjoy that. Focus on meditation, because meditation is what at least from what I have seen, what I have experienced, meditation really helps not to make during stressful times, to stay calm and make the right decisions.
Yeah,
Because yeah, stressful situations really mess up your mind, and it's way tougher to make the right the right choice.
I like
So
I like that. I like what you said about destiny, that this is just what destiny has in store for you now.
yeah, there is not an easy story. Like
You can't put blame on yourself. You know, mistakes happen and you learn from things, but like you really can't put blame on the past or expect the past to change because you're thinking about it so much, you're dwelling on it so much. It's not going to change anything. You have to think about
yeah,
it becoming better, because that's what you want ultimately, is for it to become better, not worse.
yeah, exactly. And then stop living with the thoughts in your head. Like, just try to find the balance between the heart and the mind. Just when it's needed, disconnect. When the heart is ready, connect them and make the right decision. Because majority, at least from in my personal experience, majority of the times what I felt like inside me, what I was feeling, was the right choice. But in many cases, emotions led to me making a mistake. So that's when things like meditation, things like breathing, those things are scientifically proven to help you calm down and make the right decision. And so that can really help you once you start thinking smarter, and like uh, starting to realize what the situation is. That's when you make the right decision.
So it was great meeting you. Um,
Great. I
yeah,
just want to really say thank you for having me. What I say happens. So I said I'll play professional soccer. We can make the same interview in 5 years, in 1 year, in 2 years, with whatever you say. I I wish you good luck with your career, and really thankful. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the great questions, and yeah, I really appreciate this podcast.
anytime. You are welcome. Whenever you want to come on, you are welcome. Just shoot me a message and we'll get you scheduled. Um, I'm looking forward to seeing you in the future and hearing about everything that you've accomplished. Uh, so yeah, it was great meeting you again. Everybody follow him on Instagram. He's looking to connect. You go ahead and post in Eradicate Limited Mindset more, so that way you can get your networking a little bit more boosted. I know we got some people in here. Somebody has to like soccer. Somebody does. It's not all football fans out here. Um, and I wish you all the best of luck in your future. I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the great interview.